Welcome Hornetland to Hornetcast, episode 9. I'm Dr. Don, I'm your host, and I have some awesome guests today. I have the athletes of CAG here with us today. We're going to start with Maho, who's in the 11th grade, and you're the team captain for the basketball team, correct? Okay. And then we have Ella, who is the team captain for the soccer team.
Yes.
She's in 12th grade, so she's graduating soon, which is pretty exciting. We have Nicolas, who is the captain of the basketball team.
Yeah.
Which lost to the teachers team. Oh, did I say that? We'll talk about that later. And then we have finally Rodrigo, who's the captain of the soccer team.
Yes.
And also in the 12th grade. So we have 3 seniors, 1 junior. You're almost there to that senior level. And we're going to talk about athletics at CAG. I understand some of you have been here at CAG since you were
Yes.
kindergartners,
Yes.
right? When did you come to CAG?
Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So we have 3 lifers and we have the new CAG 11th graders. So we're excited to have all 4 of you. And of course, you're captains of your teams, which means that you are the leaders on your teams. And so you know a lot about athletics at CAG, growing up at CAG, and being here and working with the teams that you've worked with. So we want to talk about your experiences. All of you have also participated in OSCA this year already. We already had the OSCA basketball tournament and we had the OSCA soccer tournament in Costa Rica just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you're fresh off of OSCA learnings and growth and challenges, right? It wasn't all perfect for basketball or for soccer, but that's okay. That's part of sports and life.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that. So we really want to talk about your experience. And so who would like to go first? And tell us about what sports at CAG means to you. Nicolas, you got volunteered. You got volunteered by Rodrigo. So
It's definitely a great experience to be able to be part of a team, to have that commitment to go to practice and bond with your teammates, especially now if you're in high school that you have the opportunity to go to ASCA, you bond even more. So it's definitely, I would say, it's one of the highlights of my time here at CAG, just the friends I've made, like people I wouldn't have been friends with if they weren't part of my team. So I feel it's a great opportunity for everybody to connect with like new kinds of people and people from all grade levels.
that's interesting. You talked about your teammates and your friends here at CAG, but when you go to the OSCA tournament, do you also make friends from the other teams there?
Yeah, definitely. Because everybody there, it's obviously a competitive spirit, but when the games are done, everybody's trying to make friends, everybody's super nice. And since you all have like a common ground, like let's say the sport you're playing, you're all playing the same sport, so it's easy to connect with everybody from all schools in all Central America.
That's great. That's great. And who knows, you might be going to university with some of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do we already know where we're going to university, the 3 of you?
Yes.
Yes.
You do? Okay, well tell us.
I'm going to TCU.
TCU, Horned
Yes.
Frog.
Yes.
Okay. Go
Engineering.
Horned Frogs.
Hey, I think I'm going to Babson.
Babson, okay, in
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah, in Boston.
Oh, wonderful. So entrepreneurship, business.
Yeah.
Okay, very good school.
And I'm going to Madrid, to Francisco de Vitoria.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. And that's a great university,
Yeah.
and Madrid is a wonderful city. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So you got things to look forward to next year, right? These guys, they've got it all made. They're all smiles. They've been accepted to their universities. Sounds like they're top choices and
Yes.
Yes.
excited to go. So congratulations.
Thank
you.
you.
All right, one of you ladies should tell us about your experience with athletics at CAG.
Well, I think that being part of a team is really special since like you have the opportunity to bond with other people. And I guess that when you spend a lot of time with the same people and you go through like different situations and like different different situations, they kind of become like your family.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is that true, guys? Is it
Yeah.
your team's like a family now?
Yes.
Yes.
Your sisters, your brothers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because you go through battle, right? You go
They
through
do.
battle with them, and they do become
Yeah.
like your family. And basketball. So you're 3-point shooter, slam dunk. What's your
Not
what's your
really.
game? What's your game?
Pivot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you learn from your teammates that you would share with the community?
Well, I think that well, especially in basketball, teamwork is like really important.
Okay.
And I also like learn how to maybe how to communicate and how to um, like how everyone has like different skills that can contribute to the team.
As the captain, it's your responsibility to kind of build your teammates' skills up, recognize them for their strengths, but also communicate and always keep those lines open.
Yeah.
Was that hard for you?
Kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of.
A little bit? What was the hardest part for you?
I feel that maybe communicating with everyone since I didn't well some girls of the team uh, I didn't knew them like
You didn't know them before?
yeah, like they weren't
Okay.
my friends from like school,
Uh-huh.
so maybe that.
So getting to know them and getting comfortable and getting that maybe trust built as a team. Okay, good. What about you, Ella?
I feel that first of all, ASCA is like a really awesome experience because not only like you feel so cool like going to another country and playing the sport that you love, but like in my experience I feel like so honored to go to a different country and being able to represent my school and being able to represent like all the hard work that we did for the past 5 months, that like with my teammates, as you just said, we became a family. Like I learned so much things from my other teammates, like how to communicate better or what things to do instead of the things I was doing. Like I feel like they have built me to the person I am today. And I feel that without them, like I know that some of them left last year, but like some teammates I have had since the three ASCAs I have participated in, and like they have formed me to be like the person I am, and they helped me be the captain I was in this ASCA.
And you were a great captain. Very, very well played games. I was able to be in Costa Rica with the teams, and I can tell you that the girls' team, you guys did great.
Thank
I
you.
think you lost that first game on the second day. You won both your games
Yeah.
on the first day.
No, the first game we
Tied.
0
Yeah,
to
you
0.
tied. So, and that's the first three games are like the kind of
Yeah, the most
the
important.
qualification because it seeds you for the tournament and shows you what place you can get. But just very impressive. Your last game, all of you ladies, I could tell you had been battling and working hard for several days. You were sore and you were tired, but I think 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah,
Right? It was awesome.
Yes.
It was awesome, and I think that you played as a team.
Yeah,
and
we
so that's kudos to the captain because the captain really gets that team playing together. And so congratulations to you.
Thank
And
you.
of course, Rodrigo, I saw your team play too, and you guys played as a team very well also.
Yes.
Sometimes you didn't get some of the breaks, which is part of the game, right? And I was there for the last game, and I was right on the line when the other player was offsides and scored the goal and it counted, right? I was right there. I
Yes.
saw it. It was a bad call. I was right there next to the foul that was called in the box where they got the penalty kick.
Oh,
And it wasn't a foul either. It was 2 people going for the ball and they were in the air.
that's good, yeah.
But that's part of sport, right? That's part of athletics. So how do you as a captain keep your team's head in the game when there's adversity?
It's hard because like you start to lose your temper, your nerves, and like you're playing ASCA, so you're like, oh my God, it's ASCA, it's once a year. In my case, my last ASCA, and it's like kind of challenging because everybody starts to like go crazy. So for me, what I did and what helped like me and the team get together is that you can rely on everyone playing. So, for example, someone's losing their head while playing. They can come talk to me, or I can go talk to them like, "Hey, get your head, get things together, and like keep playing." It's not like if we lose, it's the end of the world. It's just a game. That we like to win, but it's a game. So just like talk to them, and maybe, for example, the water breaks. They were really good because like the team gets together and starts to talk about what's happening.
Right.
Yes, and like I try to give the example. It was 2 years ago in ASCA, in the ASCA 2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I got a red card. on the second game of the group stages because I was just like so nervous and so like losing my head, fighting with the other team and like with the referee. So I got that like as a lesson, and I talked to like my team and told them the story, and they kind of like understood what happened to me. I couldn't play the next game, and it was just like not cool. So that's what I tried to do to like get the team together and
So for
go
you,
forward.
that was a turning point where you
Definitely.
learned a lesson and you said, this is, if I want to be a leader and a
Yes.
captain in the future, then I've got to set and model the example.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's
Definitely.
really important. I, s- I saw you during the game, one of the games, I don't remember which one, but it was getting a little heated.
Yeah.
I think it was the last one.
Yes.
But I saw you and one of your teammates talk to each other and kind of calm each other down.
Yes.
And I assume that's what you were saying to
Yes.
each other. But it seemed like after that point, you started focusing on playing
On
as a
playing,
team,
yes.
right? And what I saw happen in the game, instead of the heads going down and saying, "Oh man, now we're down 2-1," I saw you guys come together, put your heads up, and play as a team,
Yes.
and pass the ball and work together. You overcame the adversity. You scored the second goal. You almost scored a third goal. It went off of the bar. It was very close, and then the game ended in a 2-2 tie, and
Yes.
you had penalty kicks,
Yes.
and you were the first
Yes.
person kicking.
Yes.
Tell us what happened, because this is important, because you said it earlier, Rodrigo. It's just a game.
Just again. Yeah.
It's not life. But the lessons you learn in the game and being part of the team do equate to life.
Yes.
So tell us about your experience, Rodrigo.
Okay, so in my case, that was the first penalty and I missed it. But I think like it was hard because obviously you don't want your team to lose because of you. And it was the first penalty, the last game we were 2-2, the game was heated. It was just like actually it was a really cool experience because I think that helped my team like to calm their nerves because the first penalty is hard. It's the first one. If you miss it, then your team goes down. If you score, your team goes up. But what I did is I missed it and I went head up. I missed it. What can I do? I can't go back in time. I missed it, and I think that helped my team. And I want to thank like my team for supporting me there because it was obviously hard. I almost cried. My last ask, I missed the penalty, but like I want to thank them actually because all of them hugged me and like said, head up, head up. It's a game. It happens."
That's what I saw. I saw the whole team come over.
Yes.
They embraced you, and they were like, "You're a captain, and you've done incredible things for our team. One penalty kick is not the measure of who you are as a person or an athlete." But it
Yes.
was impressive. So brought tears to my eyes almost. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable, because it's hard to be a captain, and that first penalty kick, there's a lot of pressure. And you know, you guys are young adults,
Yes.
right? And that's a lot of pressure. You
Yes.
got all your parents and your grandparents and the crowd and everybody there. That's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
But I think that you're a better man now because of what you went through,
Yes.
and because you had the support of your team. And
Yes,
so
for sure.
that's what team sports is about. Oftentimes, is about becoming that family. As you said earlier, we were talking about this before we started the Hornet Cast. Is you become family, right? And I think that that's powerful. Nicolas, we haven't heard from you. Basketball captain.
Yeah.
So we switched from the cancha to the hardwood.
So I think I think it's more about balance also. Like you have to be a leader, but at the same time you need to understand that you're also part of the team. Like you're also learning with the team, and you can't be acting like the coach because like that's the coach's job, and you obviously need to be able to understand that you're gonna make mistakes as well. And so I'm really happy with the team I had. Most of them, or like 5 of them, were like my friends from school. So I knew like I had a lot of trust with them, and then I feel that trust went with all the team. Like we went in really bonded to ASCA. We were even though we were all in different grades, we were very like united. And I feel one of the bigger differences that our team had this year as opposed to past years was that we all trusted each other. We weren't really like talking about who's gonna take the last shot or who's gonna start or who's gonna like be the first one off the bench. We were more like concentrated on winning, on being or doing our best result. And every time that somebody would get subbed in, like nobody was angry, or we all trusted each other that the next person in would be able to do the same or even a better job than the person that went out. And I feel that was like the biggest difference from this year to last year, where we all were much more confident in each other and in ourselves also.
That's a big learning process because I think as human beings we're naturally a little bit selfish. We want playing time for ourselves, right? We want to get better. We want to show them that we can make the goal or the basket, right? But really, when you become that team, you're cheering for everybody on that team and supporting them. And it doesn't matter whether you get the individual glory because you know that it's a team effort. And so that can be really powerful. And do you want to rematch with the teachers team?
Yeah,
Because we can arrange that. We can put that together. I think, we were blowing you guys out pretty good. You came back at the end. You came back, you closed the gap a little bit at the end. But we might have had a ringer. Right?
Well,
We might have had someone that scored most of our points.
yeah, maybe.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But we'll do a rematch for sure. So all four of you, you've had years of experience working on teams and being involved in athletics at CAG. 3 of you are leaving us right as we add La Liga and Pro Skills to our program. I know you might feel a little a little ripped off, right?
Yes.
But what have you learned through your years of being involved in athletics at CAG? And what advice would you give for our program 10 years from now? Because you'll come back in 10 years and maybe we'll have an alumni tournament, and we'll have a soccer and a basketball tournament. We'll do something. But what would you like to see the athletics program at CAG become in the next 10 years?
First, like my experience, I have been playing soccer in school since 2nd grade, so like
Long time.
it's a long time. But I think that at first, like little kids, it's just a game. They just like want to be the best, or they want to be admired by their other like teammates to be like, oh my God, he's so good. But I think that through the years, you learn, first of all, the value of teamwork, that I feel that it's something really important. Like, of course, you play in a team and like everyone thinks, oh, teamwork, but it's really important to actually do it, not just to think about it, because if you don't play as a team, you won't play well. Like, you can't play a team sport alone. And you can't blame others for mistakes that were your fault also. Like, a mistake is the whole team's mistake. And it's a good thing to learn about it. But I also think that I have learned about communication, because if you also don't communicate in the game, I feel that you're gonna be lost, because no one knows what they're doing. No one knows what the person besides them is doing. But I think, as Rodrigo mentioned, in this ASCA and like throughout all the 2nd grade to 12th grade, like something really important is your mentality. Because if you don't have a strong mentality, if you always think like, I'm so bad, and that's something our coach told us, like everyone's gonna have a bad game, everyone's gonna have a bad day like playing the sport, but if you keep telling yourself like, I'm so bad, I can't do this, like you won't be able to do it. And also having a good mentality with other people, because if other people see you having your head down, sad, crying, even if it's your last game in an international tournament, like they're gonna be down as well. So like you have to keep your head up, you have to keep going, see the good things like out of the bad things. And I feel that 10 years from now, what I want to see is like, I feel that right now there's like a pretty solid connection in all the teams. Like I see all the teams bonding, and I'm like so surprised how they're all so close. They're also like such family. So I want to see from 10 years from now, like the sport still being valued, like the teammates still being valued. Like, of course, a lot of things are going to change. A lot of programs are going to be added, like the programs that were added just when we left. But like, I want to see them being excited for like big things such as ASCA. I want them to do their best and try to like put the school like at high at winning some of those tournaments.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like really good advice. I really like what you said, Ella, about self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because if your mentality and your self-talk is negative, then something negative will happen. But if your self-talk is positive and encouraging and your head is up, then good things will happen. Even if it's not the result that you won't always win.
Yes.
It would be nice to win more ASCA tournaments in the future,
Of course.
which I think we can do because you guys have built a foundation. And it's about team and family and being together and being connected. And like you said, it's a mistake is the team's mistake. It's not an individual mistake. We all make mistakes, but the team can be together and be accountable as a team, which takes the pressure off of the individual. So I think that's really good advice. What other sharing and advice?
I have one that's for me it has been the hardest one for sure. Discipline. You need to like train here at school 1-2 hours every day after school, then get home late, study, get good grades. So it's for sure hard, but it's like also a like it's the great part of the process because you start to like learn new things that maybe if you wouldn't stay late here at school, then go home, study, have dinner, sleep, things that you might have never learned if you never played soccer here at school or whatever sport. And for me, advice I give them for the future is like to really train hard for it because people think, oh, it's school, we're gonna have fun. Yes, but also train hard for it. Like connect fun and hard work because if not, you're not gonna get anything.
You have to have that dedication
Yes,
and commitment.
dedication, yeah, commitment.
Yeah,
That's the word.
excellent. Really good advice. And I think that that's really important to think about that you guys are student athletes and student comes first, right? And so it's that balance of even when you're tired and you're exhausted, you have to do your homework,
Yes.
right? If you don't do your homework, you're not eligible for the ASCA tournament, right? And also you're not eligible for all of the opportunities that you're going to have in life by being a good student. And actually the research shows clearly that athletes are actually better students also because they learn to be disciplined, right? And so I think that's important.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at Maho. Maho, what do you think? What advice would you give to...
Well, I think that also like something that is like really important. It's like to enjoy all the process, like not only focus on like winning ASCA or like that, like also like enjoy all the mistakes and all those things that you can learn from them, because I think that's like really important.
that process
Yeah,
and
the process.
and enjoying being in the moment,
Yeah.
right? Because you're right, ASCA tournament it's once a year.
Yes.
It's a weekend,
Yeah.
right? It's not all the months of preparation and time that you put into the team, right? And so you got to enjoy the moments that you're in as you're training and preparing. So I think that's really good advice. Nicolas.
The biggest advice that my coach has ever told me, like it's a saying in Spanish, it's el hubiera no existe, like what if doesn't exist. And since he told me, I feel like I've become much more disciplined, much more dedicated, and much more focused on doing my best rather than thinking like, oh, if I don't train today, I can still train tomorrow. Like I always take up the opportunity to do new things, and also to my team. Like he told it to all of us, so I feel like it really helped us grow. It helped us be more like aggressive in playing, much more focused on ourselves and our own, like how much are we actually putting into it. And once you know that your team is giving the 100% and you're giving the 100%, that's when you really bond, because you know that everybody's doing their best, and like you appreciate the efforts of the rest of your teammates. So that advice has really changed the way that like I look at sports and now even life since I heard it.
That's awesome. You guys are the little kids' idols. I don't know if you realize that, but you're on this Hornet cast for a reason, because they look up to you. You're their heroes, and you've just given them some great advice that they can take with them, whether they're a second grader or an eighth grader, and they can work hard and be part of that family team. So thank you for being on the Hornet cast today. We have to end with a Go Hornets. The MUN group was really powerful with their Go Hornets when they recorded their Hornet cast. So you guys are athletes, so I expect up there. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Hornets!
That was okay. That was okay.